This is southern Africa's mountain kingdom. Lesotho's rural areas are known for their scenic valleys and steep terrain. Just as celebrated are its horsemen, who are as familiar with the animals they ride as they are their environment. About 75% of people in rural areas, especially near the mountains, own horses. It's usually the only way they can get around. Horse riding in Lesotho goes back all the way to the 1800s. Today, it's synonymous with Basotho culture. Keeping that culture alive is very important for RAPHAEL in NTSIHLELE. He's lived here in the Leribe district outside the capital Maseru all his life.
I was 15 years old when I started riding horses. That's also when I started loving horses. Back then, horses were our form of transportation as Basotho. When I grew up, I bought my own horse. I make my living with horses, and that's how I could raise my kids.
RAPHAEL's been able to make more money ever since traditional horse riding has been turned into a national sport. He's won 3 royal races and used the prize money to look after his family. Sports commentator SEEPHEPHE MAHAO says while racing is helping to preserve Basotho culture, the sport needs more development.
After seeing how other countries have competing, we realized that horse riding could be turned into a sport. We have been working to formalize the sport and purchasing the equipment that is needed to turn horse racing into a formal sport. Some of our riders take part in races in South Africa, but it's still very difficult for our horses to ride in sophisticated races because they are used to riding freely here in Lesotho.
While the government has for the last few years been ploughing money into the sport, last year only 3 of the 14 national races were held because the government is running out of money.
We play the traditional race so often every weekend, but we lack the sponsors. We don't have the sponsors, and the competition, the sport is not developing as a result, because you can't hire the transport and play for free. You see that. Either you have to pay the transport, the trailer, maintain the horse, pay the trailers.
It costs anywhere between $80 and $150 a month to look after one horse. That's a lot of money for many here. But for them, the reward of keeping a culture alive is priceless. Fahmida, Jazeera, Leribe, Lesotho.